I'm Celine, and today is the first day I've met my 7-year-old daughter. Please like and subscribe before I start this story. It was 9 o'clock in the morning when I finished a small party in the living room. Fries, fried chicken, and a pink 3-tiered cake. Everything is prepared by myself, including the surrounding decorations. I was very nervous, wondering if Penny, my daughter, would like it or not. While I was struggling to reposition the balloons, the door to the room opened. The girl in the princess dress must be Penny. I stroke her young face without holding back my tears. I finally get to see you, Penny. Penny seemed afraid of me. She turned her head to look at the man beside her. After seeing the man nod, she happily hugged me.
Is it, Mom? Why do you come to see me only now?
Because I'm not well. I have to get treatment in a very far away place.
So, are you feeling well? Mom, can you not go? I'll tell Daddy to hire as many doctors as possible to treat your illness.
What a lovely innocent Penny. I patted her, then affirmed that we would never be apart again. Penny clapped her hands in applause. She clung to me and demanded a story. She was very happy, laughing all day long. Even when she had to go to bed, she still slept with a smile on her face. I pulled up the blankets, carefully closed the door, and made my way to the living room, where I reported everything to Reed, my husband. Penny ate well, took medicine, and slept on time.
Well done. Try to convince her to go to school tomorrow. Then you also have free time to continue your university study.
I will try.
You'll be rewarded with extra money if she does well.
Yeah, I get it. I bowed my head and went back to my bedroom, unpacked my backpack, and stacked my books on the desk. Yes, I was a college student, a few months away from turning 20. So how could I have a daughter over 7 years old? The story was not very complicated. I simply needed money. Reed needed his wife, and Penny needed her mother. We were just fulfilling the other's wishes. A year ago, my mother suddenly passed away from an accident. My father couldn't get over the shock, so he suffered from heart failure and was still in the hospital that day. I had to temporarily reserve my studies and find a job because I have no experience or degree. Most of the jobs I get were just enough to cover my living expenses. If I had included the hospital fees, it wouldn't have been enough. I used to be so poor that I thought about it. I could go to jail for being caught stealing, but it would have been worth it for a few years of my life to keep my dad healthy. Luckily, I got to know Reed before I actually did the wrong thing. At first, I thought this was a normal nanny job until I walked into this mansion and met that rich young man.
As long as Penny is happy, I'll give you money for your dad's surgery and your college expenses.
Can you describe more specifically what I need to do?
Very simple. You play Penny's mother, doing what a mother needs to do.
Where's her mother?
Oh, she died in childbirth. Penny has absolutely no memory of her biological mother.
Then why don't you get a new wife?
Because to me, a wife and an employee are the same. Both need money to live.
Reed was really obnoxious. He was the kind of guy who only knew about work and money. But if you look at the big picture, you will understand why. Becoming a billionaire at such a young age with such looks, most women were only interested in what he had, not who he was. On my second day of motherhood, I thoughtfully prepared a nutritious breakfast before waking Penny up.
What time is it? I want to sleep more.
Wake up, baby. You'll be late for school if you go back to sleep. Penny immediately got annoyed when I mentioned school. She shied away from changing clothes and eating breakfast for a long time. What's wrong? Is the food not good? Or do you not like the food you cook?
No, I like to eat Mom's cooking the most.
But if you keep eating like that, you won't be able to get to school in time. Then, you won't be able to eat the boxed lunch I prepared. It has eggs, sausages, rice balls, and cookies too.
But
why? Is there something bad going on at school? Penny nodded sadly. It turned out that she was teased by her friends so much that she didn't dare to go to school anymore. The other children called her motherless and said that because Reed didn't like girls, he refused to take her to school every day. From now on, I will take you to school.
Really?
Yeah, we can even wear matching clothes, making your classmates jealous and regret for saying such bad things about you. Penny smiled and hugged me, so one more problem was solved. That night, Reed was extremely pleased with my performance.
Well done.
That's what I should do. But why don't you take Penny to school?
I am busy.
At least you should attend the parent-teacher conferences.
Not necessary.
You can send Penny to the best school and hire the best tutors, but can't give her any love?
That's why you're allowed here.
I tried to convince Reed, but he slammed the door in my face. What's wrong with him? Did he want to hire me to pretend to be Penny's mother for the rest of my life? One day, I would have to leave, or Penny would grow up and realize it's all just a play. After all, Reed was the only relative she had, yet he was indifferent to her. I tried talking to Reed a few times after that, but he always avoided me. Penny clung to me all the time. She was never more than 5 feet away from me at home, probably out of fear that I would suddenly disappear. I think I did a very good job of this. I played with Penny, confided in her, and raised her like a real mother. Reed only came home when it was dark. I never even saw them talking to each other. If so, the conversation would go like this.
Have you had dinner yet?
Yes.
How was the study?
I just got an A in literature.
Well done. Go to bed early and don't stay up too late.
It's only 6 o'clock. If you have time, can you play with her for a bit?
No, I'm busy.
It's unacceptable. What the hell kind of dad is that? I wanted to take out Reed's heart to see what was in it. And who knew if he didn't even have a heart? One day, Penny had a mild cold and was excused from school. So I also skipped college. We were flipping through photo books to pass the time when we saw a picture of a shipwreck.
Why is this yacht lying in the ocean?
This is the Titanic. There's a movie about it, but you're not old enough to see it.
No, I want to see it. I must.
Penny was sick, so she was more whiny and difficult to please than usual. I tried everything, taking out all her favorite toys and treats, but it was still useless.
I want to see a yacht.
We can travel by yacht, but we still have to wait until you are well.
Why we must wait when we already have one in our house?
Huh? A yacht in this house? I know Reed is a billionaire, but owning a yacht in a house on the hill is a bit too much. Penny saw that I couldn't believe it and dragged me into Reed's bedroom. Are you sure there's a yacht in Daddy's room?
Sure.
I sighed. It's okay to look at it for a while, right? I surreptitiously opened the door to my room and quickly brought Penny inside. The ship she mentioned turned out to be just a model, but that was enough to satisfy her. I watched her play for a while when I saw a picture on the nightstand. This couple in the photo looked at the camera and smiled happily. One of them is Reed. So the other one... I quickly turned the photo upside down before Penny saw it. This girl with the same face as Penny must be her mother. After getting tired from playing, she fell asleep as soon as Reed entered the room. Reed was furious. He waited until I took Penny to her room before reprimanding me.
Did I tell you not to enter my room?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'll forgive you this time.
Thank you, but I have a question.
Say it.
You don't want to see Penny because she looks like your late wife? Reed looked at me dumbfounded, so I was right. I gathered up my courage and told him, Penny loves you so much. She's so proud of you even though you don't take care of her. You can't treat your daughter like that. She's not to be blamed for your wife's death.
Shut up! You don't know anything. Penny's mother died because I was too poor. I didn't have the money to get her to a better hospital. I can't make that mistake again. I have to give Penny the best in the world because her mother died because of me. Do you understand?
My throat constricted, realizing how stupid I was. I am ashamed to have misunderstood this man. Reed wasn't wrong, but he wasn't entirely right either. I apologize for being too wordy, but have you ever thought about what Penny really needs? You're already a billionaire. How much more money do you need to realize that she needs you by her side, not a paid mother like me?
If Penny knew her mother died because of me, would she still love me?
Don't say that. I didn't mean it. No one has the right to blame you.
Are you sure?
Although you're not the best father, you have given Penny a comfortable life. You have done more than many people. Reed smiled. That was the first smile I saw on the handsome face. We talked all night, mostly about Penny and the future. He promised me that he would pay more attention to his daughter and find a way to free me from my current fake life. The next day, I prepared breakfast as usual, but Penny refused to eat it. I was very worried because she still had a fever. Have you lost your taste? Or where do you feel uncomfortable? Penny looked away, not answering despite my pleas. We have to go to the hospital at this rate.
No, I'm not going to the hospital.
Penny screamed and ran into her room, jumping on the bed and covering herself with the blankets. I was so worried that she didn't eat or drink anything. Reed also rushed back home to check on the situation.
You may not take your medicine, but you have to eat something.
I don't want to.
Reed and I looked at each other and then shook our heads in unison because we didn't know why Penny was suddenly so stubborn. Reed picked up Penny, trying to comfort her.
What do you want? When you're well, we can all go out together?
No.
So, do you like fried chicken? Mom just made fish soup for you. It's delicious.
Penny suddenly bit Reed's shoulder and jumped to the ground. She pointed at me and shouted,
I don't want to be with her. She's not my mother. She's a scammer.
Turns out, Penny realized the truth. But how? Was it from the conversation between me and Reed last night? Reed chased after Penny as she ran away, but he only enraged her more. When she ran into the kitchen, she bumped into the hot pot of fish soup on the table. Oh no! Careful, Penny! Without thinking, I rushed to Penny's defense, taking the whole pot of fish soup on me. My skin was red and blistering from the burn, but I didn't care. Are you okay? Penny, are you hurt anywhere? I must have looked so bad that she could only cry. Reed was more alarmed than his daughter.
You have to go to the hospital right away.
No, don't go to the hospital.
Come on. Celine needs some treatment. She's so burned.
I don't allow it. Mom told me we would not go to the hospital anymore and promised would never be part again.
But I'm not your mother. I'm sorry I lied to you. I cried along with Penny. We hugged each other so tightly that Reed didn't know what to do.
I'm the only one doing it wrong. Stop crying, please. Celine and Penny, you two just pissed me off.
Hours later, Reed finally found a way to get me into the hospital with Penny clinging to one side.
Can you not die?
No,
I'm sorry for hurting you.
I am the one who needs to apologize. The burn is very severe. It takes a long time to heal and sometimes leaves a scar. But thanks to that, Penny wasn't mad at me anymore. Then, I'd lost my job for being a mother. I'd asked to leave this mansion.
Why? Penny doesn't want you to live.
But I'm not her mother. It's enough for her to have your attention. I have no obligation to stay here anymore.
Who said no? I can't be both a father and a mother. Besides, Penny has me to be taken care of. So, who will take care of me?
Reed suddenly stepped forward, kneeling on one knee.
I always try to avoid you and envy my own daughter because you care more about her. I've always been afraid that with one look I took away from the mother Penny loved and make her my wife.
Aren't those two positions the same person?
So, what's your answer?
What do you think? Should I not? Please leave a comment. I don't know if I'll do well in this new job. I just know that Penny and Reed deserve a full family. Me too. And so do you.